New financial disclosures reveal that U.S. President Donald Trump and his family have expanded their exposure to the cryptocurrency sector through investments in major crypto-linked equities. These include shares in Coinbase Global and MARA Holdings, a Bitcoin miner and major corporate Bitcoin holder. The transactions were made in the first quarter of 2026, as detailed in a public filing with the U.S. Office of Government Ethics. The document outlines 9 purchases of Coinbase stock and multiple smaller investments in MARA. The largest single Coinbase transaction occurred on February 10, 2026, with a value between $100,001 and $250,000. Smaller purchases followed throughout the quarter. MARA Holdings, meanwhile, reported a $1.26 billion net loss in the same period. Analysts suggest the company is shifting focus toward AI and data center infrastructure. The OGE Form 278T filing covers the collective assets of the President, First Lady, and their dependent children. It reveals that the President's children control the family's assets, according to the investigation. The filing lists 8 Coinbase transactions and 1 MARA transaction. These investments are indirect but significant in the context of crypto market movements. The Trump family's exposure to crypto-linked stocks could influence perceptions of market sentiment. The timing of these purchases, especially in the early part of the year, may indicate a strategic approach to market positioning. The public release of these disclosures has sparked renewed interest in the intersection of politics and crypto investments. While the investments themselves are not direct crypto holdings, they are closely tied to firms that most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Have substantial exposure to Bitcoin and other digital assets. The Coinbase purchases, in particular, are notable given the company's role in the crypto ecosystem. MARA Holdings is also a major player, not only as a Bitcoin miner, but as a corporate holder of the asset. The fact that these transactions were reported in a government ethics filing adds a layer of transparency and scrutiny. The financial impact of these investments remains uncertain, given the volatility of both the stock and crypto markets. However, the mere existence of these positions could influence investor sentiment, especially among those who follow political figures closely. The next signal to watch is how these positions evolve in the coming quarters. Will the Trump family increase or decrease their exposure to crypto-linked equities? What impact will market conditions have on these holdings? The OGE filing is a starting point, but ongoing disclosures will be key to understanding the full picture. The mechanism behind these investments is straightforward. By acquiring shares in companies that are heavily involved in the crypto space, the Trump family gains indirect exposure to the sector's performance. Coinbase, for example, is a major player in crypto trading and services, and its stock price is often seen as a barometer of broader market sentiment. MARA Holdings, on the other hand, is a Bitcoin miner and corporate holder, meaning its financial health is closely tied to Bitcoin's price movements and the profitability of mining operations. The stakes of these investments are tied to the broader dynamics of the crypto market. If the market experiences a bullish trend, the value of these stocks could rise, potentially increasing the family's net worth. Conversely, if crypto prices drop or the companies face operational challenges, the investments could lose value. The next signal to watch is how the Trump family manages these positions in the coming quarters. Do they continue to build on their current holdings, or do they begin to divest? The timing of these transactions suggests a deliberate strategy, but the market's unpredictable nature means that even well-timed investments can face unexpected challenges. Additionally, the OGE Form 278T filing adds a layer of public accountability, as these transactions are now part of the public record. This could influence how the market interprets the family's financial. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Decisions, especially in relation to broader political and economic developments. While the investments themselves are not direct crypto holdings, they still reflect a clear interest in the sector. The fact that these transactions were reported in a government ethics filing also means that they are subject to scrutiny, both from the public and from regulatory bodies. In summary, the Trump family's investments in crypto-linked equities represent a calculated exposure to the sector. The Coinbase and MARA holdings positions are significant in both scale and context, and they reflect a broader trend of high-profile figures and institutions investing in the crypto space. The ongoing evolution of these positions will be an important indicator of how the market perceives the political landscape and its influence on investor behavior.